Alrighty, we are back with yet another episode of Wynncraft. Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Today, despite having stuff still to do in the desert area of Mage, I'm actually starting in Time Valley on account of the fact that I realized that we have a dungeon that needs to be tended to over here that I haven't actually done yet. So, we're going to be handling that, and also we're going to handle some of these time things. I've already forgotten what they're called. Oh, hello there. Hold on, let me just take care of the crowd first. There we go. That's a little bit better. Another one. Maybe I should just be on my guard right now. I don't know. Time troubles, that's what they're called. Just for the sake of doing it while I'm in the area, I'm just gonna take care of these fuckers. Because why not? There we go, that's one. Tried to sneak attack me from behind, how rude. What the heck? What's attacking me? Maybe one of those fuckers? I don't know. Alrighty. That's the 3 time travels taken care of, and there was a reason for me doing that before heading out. It's because I've been neglecting the fact that I should already have a secondary weapon. Generally speaking, when you are playing Wynncraft, you want to focus in on 2 of the 5 stats that you see in your compass menu. Okay, where the... Okay, it's right here. So, whenever you're playing Wynncraft, you usually end up focusing in on 2 of the stats that you see here. Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, Defense, and Agility. That said, if you go into here, you'll see that the 2 things that are connected to the Acolyte archetype are Fire Mastery and Thunder Mastery, so I will definitely be investing into both of these, and probably a bit into Intelligence as well, because that's always a good stat to have. So, okay, first things first. Clear the trash out of my inventory. Is second thing second. How many of these things am I gonna need? If I remember correctly, it's like 7 in order to purchase one of these things. Let's see. Tempo Totem for 7 time fragments. Yep, there we go. Getting my hands on one of these is a little bit overdue, but it's fine. Let's see here. Yeah, I can... No, I'm just gonna go with tier 3s because yes. Hello there. Alrighty. Now then. What even is the stats on this again? Oh geez, that is lower level than I thought. You know what? This might be fine, actually. Alright, let's make our way over to the Great Bridge. Is that what this one is called? I don't remember, it's been a while. Was that the other bridge? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Sanctuary Bridge, okay, fair enough. This magnificent bridge connects the mysterious ruins of Time Valley to the frigid cold of the Nesak tundra. In the center lies a mysterious seal that no one has been able to open. That's an outdated description, because, look, just opened that easily. Ow. Hello there. What do you sell? You'd sell a couple basic items, I guess. So, this dungeon is interesting. It used to be different, and the theming has changed from what it once was. I'll say that. Timelost Sanctum, trapped in the Narrowlong past. Has someone entered the sanctum? I did not think the bindings would allow entry to anyone from the outside. Reveal yourself, intruder. We'll go through the parkour first, why not? Generally speaking, whenever you're doing parkour, it's reasonable to follow any rugs you see, because those will usually lead you in the correctish direction. Usually. Missed. Thankfully, it doesn't make you go all the way back to the very start. Yep. That's an anchor down.
Greek conabi factus sum. Daretiam cos reparavi.
An anchor has fallen. What are you doing? The sanctum cannot withstand such collapse. This can still be repaired. It shall not be. Do not wander further, intruder. I'll deal with you shortly. This must take priority. Oh, for
You
heaven's
haven't
sake.
understood a word I've said, have you? What an unrefined way of speech. Now, if you have intruded here, surely you must know who you are angering. I am Garroth, master of the temporal arts, the greatest mage to have ever lived. And if you do not seize your disruption, you will learn firsthand why I have earned these titles.
Oh, that was... I never cleared that, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Now, between the cathedral and the courtyard. No, we'll go to the cathedral first. Well, this is rather straightforward, isn't it? Didn't really have this very well defended, did he?
Do you understand the gravity of what you are doing? What you have done? If the Sanctum falls apart, it will pull both of us into the infinite abyss beyond. I have expended a great deal of my strength to keep this spell from shattering, and yet you continue to work directly against me. Do you have a death wish? This is your decision, then? Very well. Bring the Sanctum down, destroy thousands of years of knowledge. There is no stopping it now. Should you survive the oncoming collapse, I will be waiting. There will be no escape for either of us. Not now. You have certainly seen to that.
Alright.
Here we are. Perhaps I'll find one final bit of comfort in your demise before it all comes to an end. I will not stand for this. To think someone you haven't seen anything yet. Zubelin Fasulek Selokar.
I call upon the power of what? I couldn't read all that. How are you still standing? Nothing could have possibly withstood that attack. No matter. You will fall before my wrath. Die. Won't you die? Even over-leveled, Garroth actually presented a bit of a challenge, surprisingly. Huh. Neat. Alright. Well, with the Timelost Sanctum yet again defeated, well, yet again for me, we are going to advance onwards, because there is still more to do today. Indeed, we are going to be going back to the desert, and in doing so, we are going to be saying a friendly hello-hi to that one little, tomb that we found, that we helped the one researcher with. Alright. I'll meet you all there. Worth noting, while I was on my way over here, I ended up actually having to kill a couple things that were pestering me, so I'm now level 40, and as such, I'm actually going to take this chance to toss my tempo totem back in the vault, despite having just gotten it, and I will be upgrading to the Cleansing Flame. Actually, wait a sec. This thing has an intelligence requirement of 20? And that isn't actually that much of an issue. I can just reallocate a couple points real quick. There we go. Now it works fine. Alrighty. Let's go. Onwards to the dungeon. Wahoo. Alrighty. The Sandswept Tomb. Level 36 is a suggestion. We're at level 40. We should be completely fine. There we go. Can't use my vehicle here, despite it not being a vehicle, it is a horse. Boing. Oh. Doesn't this normally only start after a certain queue or something? I guess this one doesn't. Alright then. A little bit of parkour, never hurt no one. Though it might annoy some people. We made it. Easy peasy. There are some harder parkour sections in this, but the segments that you end up visiting are kind of randomized to some extent.
One of those who forced me here. Why do you take arms against me? Only try to save the people from my father.
Nope. A little bit of lag, but we're fine. Door opened. Quickly reach the other side, alright, easy enough. If you fall down there, you have another combat challenge to deal with. Alright. Boss room, let's go.
If you insist on ending me, then I'll dispose of you like I did that wretched emperor.
A little bit of running away there, but thankfully, due to how the totem works, that makes it actually a viable strategy. Alrighty. We're gonna call that good for the dungeon runs today. Let's head back to Almouge to just organize ourselves a little bit before we go on and do something else, because there is enough time left in the video for, like, at least one quest, I think. So that is what we are going to do, if we can. Alright. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, we have some skill points and whatnot to allot here, so let's do that, shall we? Huh. Interesting. Oh wow, we can actually do 2 because I had 6 points total, and I thought this was going to be a 2-point node. Oh wait, no, it is a 2-point node. Never mind. That's fine though. I keep forgetting that I have the extra points because of champion. Neat. Alright, actually, you know what? I'm actually going to take that back and actually go for cheaper things here, I think. Just because I feel like that'll benefit me more at the moment. If I end up needing to go back and change that later, I will, but for now, that's good. Let's see. I'm now level 41, so maybe I should actually, like, ditch some of this armor. Like, it served me well, don't get me wrong. It has very much served me well, but at this point it's just everything here, I'm pretty sure is... Everything except the Trouble Tamer is now currently a few levels behind. A few, quote-unquote. So, let's see here. This really doesn't have a place in here nowadays. Let's see. I need to do some sorting of some of these items at one point or another. I've tried doing inventory keeping before, but it's hard to keep track of everything. Okay, you would go here, and you would go here, I believe. Right? Okay, good enough. Now I need to select some new armor. So, let's see what we have access to. Berserker's Helm, Yume. I might have to respec myself to actually have a decent set right now. But if so, that's fine. Yeah, I can use you for the time being, for sure. Chained Pixels, probably. Why do I have this one? Oh, because it has a slightly higher XP. If ever comes the time when you can actually combine gear to make them higher quality, that would be... First off, that would be amazing for an addition, but second off, God, that would make so much things better. Okay, oh. Hello there. This is nice, but I kind of like Holy Greaves just a little bit more, I think. Like, Chained Pixels has, like, the rainbow buff thing going on, but this gives you, like, more health and more health regen, and more mono regen, so, like, that's kind of hard to pass up at the moment. Let's see here, what else? Could go for either of these, honestly. Plus thunder damage, more health and mono regen. Well, I did say no to the rainbow buff on that one. I think I'll go for it on this one, honestly. Why not? Let's see. There has to be something that can be used as a stand-in here. Hold on. I'm gonna actually have to look at the equipment list, see if I can find anything. Let's see here. Something here should be workable. Sunshade, no. As much as I want to, probably not. Definitely not. Bedrock bandana, probably not. Winter scarf. Do I have that? It doesn't matter if I do. Wait, Sarid's precision, that sounds familiar. Do I have one of those? It doesn't matter if I do because frickin' 42 level requirement. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna bite the bullet and respec, I think. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, need to make sure that I have the stats for everything, so let's see. 10 and 5 for that, right? The rest doesn't actually have any stat requirements, surprisingly. Let's see. You need 20 dexterity to operate properly. There we go. And this needs 25, yeah? This is honestly fine for a early game build, all things considered. Rainbow is a lot more viable early game in general. Alright. That's a bit better, I'd say. Let's just take a second to just cycle things for a bit, yeah? There we go. Cycled my health back to full. We are now good. Okay, what next? What next? We have, as I said, we can deal with one of the quests at least. You know what? Yeah, we'll deal with Canyon Condor. Actually, will we? I do remember that this thing is kind of a bit outdated as well. I might actually take a moment to respec that as well if I can. 28. What can I get for a totem at this level? You're level 45, so I can't really deal with you. Level 42. Flare Blitz. Isn't that a Pokemon move? Tremolo. Where do I get that? It is... oh, Sandswept Tomb. Fitting. Alright, I guess I'm going to take a quick journey back there, then, to get my hands on that. And I will see you all when I'm back here, I suppose. Alrighty. After going to go grab a new weapon from the Sandswept Tomb, I had a glance at my timer for my recording and realized, hey, wait a second, a lot more time has passed than I thought, partially due to just respecking and re-equipping myself to be better prepared in general. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to save the questing for next episode. I think that's fair. So, thank you all so much for watching, if indeed you still are, and I will see you all in the next video. Cheers.